me, can you handle a girl like me? I am a handful, got a real big dream. I'm going places, will you come with me? Or will you cramp my style, get away from me?
Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Videzra's Creations, and I'm Danita, the chief designer here. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video and comment. I like to engage with my subscribers and just talk up about whatever we're showcasing. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you're not new here, welcome back. So let me tell you all about my week. I initially wanted to really do this in a vlog style. I don't know if it quite worked out, but I have some pieces of a couple of my days. So I'm going to just, insert them where I can, but I just wanted to really kind of give you an insight as to how life is as a busy woman who, works. I'm a mom. I do this designing thing, and there's a lot going on. So while I'm busy trying to still get my pieces together, I have to fit them in somehow. So on Sunday, I went to church, and you'll see I wore my bag. I wore my bag to church, and I was just like, well, maybe somebody will see the bag and be interested in it, and then maybe we can talk business. But truthfully, truthfully, I didn't hang around long enough for anybody to really notice, which defeats the purpose. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Baby steps. So I went to church, came home. While I was cooking, I decided to work on my bag, and it's actually complete now, but you'll see how throughout the week I did bits and pieces, just taking it slowly in strides. The bag is not an order. It's just something that I decided I'm going to work on because I had the third. So, I'm working on the bag, and on Monday when I went to work, I did a little bit during my break, and then I don't know, Monday I was just feeling so drained. So that evening I decided I was just going to go home and take it easy. So I didn't do any crochet at all. And then on Tuesday after work, because I left work kind of early, I went to this cafe. And can I tell you, I went to the cafe. First of all, I wasn't even planning to go to that cafe, but I wanted to pee. And in order to use their bathroom, they told me that I have to be a customer, right? I have to purchase something. So I'm like, okay, you have chai? And I was like, yeah, I have chai. I bought the chai, $7.26 US. Insane. I know, but I wanted to pee. And I thought, okay, well, it's a nice little environment. I'll just sit here and do some crochet, and just for what it is. And at best, the tea might be good. Wrong. Never going back. I'm never going back. Like, that tea tasted so watered down, and I wasn't even going to bother to complain or anything. I just dealt with it and just noted like what I'm doing these coffee trips, because I guess I tend to go and take these walks and stop by the cafe because it's just an easy place to relax. And I love tea and I love coffee, but I realized that it's so overpriced. It's so overpriced for no reason. And the few that I've gone to, I'm yet to find one that says, oh, take all my money. You know what I mean? So anyways, that was Tuesday. I got some work done on the bag. And then on Wednesday, I decided to go to Painted Tree Boutique. It's a spot that I found in Dulles Landing in Virginia area. And it's like so incredible. And I'm actually going to just go to that clip right now because it's a lot of footage. And I saw a lot of things that I want to share with you. So let's watch that clip and then we'll come back and talk about it, right?
So the name of the store is called Painted Tree Gifts, Decor, Fashion and More Boutiques. And like I said, the idea of this store is almost like a market with different vendors, but it's indoors. So it's almost like a store, as most stores are, like a Walmart, for instance. There are a lot of different vendors that have products on the shelf, right? But these are literal different booths that are set up uniquely to all the vendors that are selling stuff that are uniquely made by them. So I thought it would be like, for me, it reminds me of like an Etsy, if Etsy was like in person. So I stopped by this booth and it was called the Alpaca. And I guess their whole concept is a lot of yarn woven items. So from sweaters to stuffed toys. I thought it was interesting. Their booth was set up really nice. And I like that they also sell the yarn. So I don't know if they offer any tutorials on anything or if just the yarn is made from them. The thing about this boutique is that you're going to find a lot of vendors or brands that you've never heard from before, so it makes you want to do some research and really dig into it, you know, and to see what they're about, because I feel like everybody has a unique story. What I liked about this particular booth is that those stuffed animals, they were like positive affirmations that were nestled in their arms, and I thought how fitting and how beautiful is that to have, you know. So I actually was very intrigued by a lot of things that I saw here. It piqued my interest. There's this one particular designer, I think it's called AMK Designs, that we're gonna see in a little bit, that they do some very unique furniture with like, is it marble or glass print? And I just find it so amazing. Like the art in that is phenomenal. I don't know how they get the colors to be looking so rich. I would literally buy a piece for my home. Now, the one thing I regret is not looking at the price or showing you the price on that. I did look at it, but I didn't record it, and now I don't remember how much it is. I got better in the end of this, okay? I was starting to realize that I wasn't sharing the prices, so I did better once I got to the end of it, or in the middle. So that was their design. Like, don't you think that's beautiful? Then this JMU, if you are affiliated with JMU, drop a comment or a purple heart below and let me know a little bit more about what that means. I'm not familiar with it, so it will be interesting. So you see there's a couple of empty booths, so I guess there are still spaces open for anyone who wants to be a vendor, so that's good to note. I did inquire about how much or how do you sign up. They have a website that you would go on and sign up. There is an annual membership fee, and there is a commission that will go to Painted Tree, or percentage rather, that will go to Painted Tree, and the rest will go to you. The exact details I don't know. I don't want to give any wrong information as I'm doing this voiceover, but if you are interested, you can always go on the website, and I'll try to link that in the comment below. Nyla had some really great pieces. I don't know if she does these by hand, but they were phenomenal, and her display was everything, so I really enjoyed that. Well done, Nyla and Company. So there was a lot of clothing, there was a lot of jewelry, home decor. You see there's basket, pots, plant. This whole section was just for home. Then there's all these jewelries and barrettes. There's bags, paintings. I saw a lot of paintings, which was interesting. I'm a painting girly nowadays, but painting can be expensive, so I tend to thrift my artwork a lot. But I feel like, you know, once you are able to, I think it's really good if you can invest in art pieces, because they do bring something else to your home. So this was a crochet booth as well. I realized that there was a lot of them. So I don't know if this would be a good idea for me to have pieces in this boutique, just because there's a lot of us. So I know everybody brings something different, but sometimes crochet is just crochet, right? There's just, these are dresses. A lot of them had dresses, scarves, blankets, hats. Hats were popular. This one was $27, which I think is a good price point for a hat. This interested, it's like $75, which I think was a little pricey for what it was, but I can always appreciate art and pricing, because I do know it takes a lot of time to do what we do. These were some Mother's Day cutting boards, which I think was perfect for the time that we're now in. A lot of people are shopping for gifts for their moms, so if anybody went there and saw that, I think that would have been a good idea. I would appreciate a cutting board like that. Then there were bags again, almost. Those were like evening gowns. I like that it wasn't just craftsy, you know, they were like literal formal gowns. This raffia bag for $24.50 I thought was really nice. It was lightweight, cute. I think it would take me, if I wasn't rushing and was really looking at all the pieces, at least 2 hours in this store. Books. If you're a book lover, don't feel left out. There is actually a book booth. Another empty booth. So, and another thing that I noticed was that there weren't a lot of people shopping. But it's important to note that I did go after work. So at this point it was like 7:30 and they do close at 8. So I feel like most of the shoppers probably came in the morning, I'm hoping. I wanted to go back this Saturday just to see what it looks like on a Saturday, like a midday on a Saturday, because a place like this deserves to have a lot of people walking through. And I feel like what would be unique to this place is that every vendor should have their following, right? So I feel like people should be following that vendor, and then once they come to support their vendor, then they'll see other vendors, you know. So I think it's a great concept. I don't know if it's well supported. It'll be interesting to know. So as you see, the cashier is there. So I'm sure once you pick up your piece, all of these have a barcode. So if you shop from 6 different vendors, there's no need to separate them. They have it in their system. So it will auto generate, you know, whose commission goes to where, and everybody's happy. Another thing to note as well is that the vendors don't need to be there. So they don't need to be there selling their own thing. The item sells for themselves. You don't have to worry about things being snatched up because there's like a camera on almost every angle of the booth. So things are secure. Oh my God, I loved this denim bag. I would totally get this, but I was trying to be good at making sure that I'm not shopping. It was $32. I don't think that was a bad price. It's very cute. Well done. And of course, yellow is my favorite color. I had to go over and see this yellow dress. This denim jacket is cute too. I thought that was really fun. Love Adelaide. And the names are so unique, and I like the color. You see how the booths are just really just immaculately done. This whole section was for the kitchen. So there were like pot holders, which had a little bit of element of crochet, and then there was like a lot of cutleries and plateware and vases and canisters, and that booth alone you could spend a lot of time looking at. I saw this little vanity and I thought it was so cute. It was $115, I believe. Very cute. I would totally use this in my house. I mean, nothing is out of bounds. Like denim, I wouldn't think of denim in a store like this, but you know, I mean, art is art and fashion is fashion and brand is brand, right? So everybody's doing everything and they're just showing up. It's a really nice sweater with a shirt made inside. Kind of my style. I like to wear things like these, so really cool. There were even towels, and yeah, I was trying to see if there's a color that I liked. Because I would totally get this. I think $19 for a set of towels is not bad. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken. I think it's the same price point that you'd get like at a Ross. And yeah, I just like that they were just, you know, I feel like this is a one-stop shop where you can really get some stuff. I like that it's labeled as gifts and decor, because I feel like you could really get nice gifts here for if you're shopping. Like Mother's Day, I'm pretty sure they were full today because moms would love a lot of these things. Now this back session was a little bit raggedy. It wasn't as well put together, so I don't know if it was one person's booth or it was several persons' booth merged together. I didn't really like the layout. This pineapple bag was good, but I couldn't see the price. There was no price attached. Now tell me in the comments below, would you wear an underwear like this? How much do you have to love your spouse to wear an underwear like that? More artwork. I absolutely love this painting. It was $149, which I guess if you're an art level lover, you can tell me if that's reasonable. This bench was also for sale for $125. I think it's very cute. If you have a really nice backyard, that would work. Yeah, of course I had to touch a lot of things in here. But I'm having fun. Like, it's really cool. Well, that's it. I have walked through everything. I picked up one pajama I really like, and I think I'm going to cash out and, you know, as a means of supporting, and I like it. There's a lot of cool stuff. A mixed bag. It's a great shopping experience. So if you're in the neighborhood, this one is located in Yellowstone Square. I'll drop the details in the description box, and yeah, let's get out of here. So update, I don't think I'm gonna get the PJs. I realize that I love PJs, right? I realize that I'm having a problem with some of the PJs, especially when I buy small, because it's tight around the waist and it's so uncomfortable to sleep in. And I can't buy a medium because it's going to be looking too big. So anyways, I'm just gonna pass. I don't need to buy another pajamas, so let's just get out of here. It was a nice experience, so bye.
Wasn't that amazing? Didn't you like that? Like, tell me in the comments how you feel about that. Would you shop there? Do you think the prices were reasonable? I want to know everything. Like, it was such a world of experience just walking through that. Like I was saying in the video, it reminds me a lot about Kanuka Market, which I usually do in Jamaica, but it's outdoors. It's really nice, but it's once every quarter or something like this. This is just like a standing store with a lot of vendors, and I like the concept that it's so curated and it doesn't have to be like just the store layout. You can do your booth in your own way. So I really liked that. That was a good experience, and I hope you enjoyed watching too. So basically after that Wednesday, I went home and edited the video that I would have aired on Thursday. Thank you so much for liking that video, sharing and commenting. That video did really well. And I'm just so happy that you love the journey. I didn't even realize that I had so much work, but it's been 15 years. Oh my God, 15 years. Can you believe that? But, you know, I guess it makes sense that I have so many pieces that I have accumulated over all these years, and so many clients and just, you know, people who have really touched my pieces. And I love that. I love that a lot. On Friday, I finished the bag. So I'm going to show you the bag. Well, I do have a few more touches that I need to do it, but this is it. Isn't it amazing? It's gorgeous. I really love how the color came out. It's beautiful. If you're a green lover, hint, hint, this would be perfect for you. I do have the tassel that I want to create and put on here. And my mom also suggested that I do like a piping or roping in the middle of this strap to kind of make the strap a little bit more sturdy or strong. And I think I'm going to do that. I also have the base. I put the cardboard in there, but I do need to cover it. So it's almost finished. During this week as well, I did bring my iPad bag with me to work, and my coworker actually loves it. And so she asked me to make one for her in the color green. I guess green is a popular color, pardon me. So I got this off Amazon. I'll put the details, you know, probably in the site or something, because I get this for $8.99 plus tax. It's about $10. It's smaller than what I used to do this, but I didn't use all the thread that I bought. So I feel like this should be able to do it. Hope it does, because yeah, that would not make sense. But I'm gonna make this for her. It would be good if I could bring it on Monday, but I won't pressure myself. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, so we'll see. And speaking of Mother's Day, can I just shout out all you beautiful mothers? If you're watching now and you're a mother, just know that my hat goes off to you. I love you, and I love what you're doing. Keep doing the most amazing work. You know, I know sometimes people are like, oh, mom, but moms are the best. And I know I have an excellent mom that I love so much. And I hate the fact that we're not together again this Mother's Day, but she knows my heart is with her. And so, Mom, because I know you're watching, just remember that I love you. I love you for everything that you have done, that you continue to do. in not only my life, but all of your children's life. If it wasn't for you and the Almighty, I don't know who I would be today, because you've given me such sense of confidence and this love. Like, even when friends or whatever, when anybody forsake me or say anything about me, it never deters me in such a way, because I'm like, I love my mom and my mom loves me. It's that she's always got my back. Is if I'm doing anything, she's always supporting me. From the moment I start doing crochet, she was always there. She's encouraged me to sing, to share the word, like to model, whatever my passions were. She really sewed into that, and it gave me confidence and will to carry on. And so I love you. I love you very much. And I know the Range Rover should have been parked up outside, but we're working on it. It's an inside joke, but thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and we'll see what we're up to this week. And next week we will come with something good. You can always count on me to come with something fresh, different, new, whatever, because I'm just trying to make sure that I keep you engaged, but I keep myself also excited as well, because I'm having a lot of fun with this. So again, if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Also tell me how you feel in the comment below about Mother's Day. What about Mother's Day makes you feel special? And what's your favorite memory of your mom? Share in the comments below and let's chat there. Until next time, keep your fingers moving. Bye.
And that is why I love you, Mom. There is no other one that could ever take your place. In my heart, you're here to stay. And you're the reason why I live so confidently in my skin. Yeah, you believed in me, you lifted me, you gave me grace to be. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you and I miss you.